Eagle, proud symbol of our country, keep on flying high up above, and together we will stand and we'll restore the land. Oh, Eagle, keep on flying, Eagle.
Welcome back in to listen to the Eagle, your live call-in radio show on hunting, fishing, God, family, and country, and anything Paul Ott wants to talk about. Thank you for making us a part of your day. You want to be a part of the show? 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891. Pound 444 if you're C-Spire, customer inspired like we are. Bert Ott Carruth coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio alongside Paul Ott down in the Scenic Rivers region. And now we've got a guest that's also from the Scenic Rivers region, Mr. Slade Priest. Slade, welcome in, brother.
Good afternoon. How y'all doing this afternoon?
Man, we are doing great. I want to thank you so much for coming on, listen to the Eagle, and kind of update our listeners with everything that's going on in your world. I know you kind of got two different things there, in my opinion, and you can straighten it all out, but I know you're dealing with trained assassins, and then also you got your website, the Hunting Land Man. And Slade, if you don't mind, I know you came on last year and you actually spoke at one of the Scenic Rivers region events, but kind of educate our listeners, kind of what all you do, where you grew up, and what's going on in your world.
Well, man, I appreciate y'all having me on. Yeah, you know, I grew up here in the Scenic Rivers region in Amen and Wilkeston County, right on the line. My parents owned a place right on the line, and actually I live in Wilkeston County now, but my office is there in Macomb, you know, right there on the interstate at Gibson Realty, and I kind of coined the phrase and called myself the Hunting Land Man because I'm a realtor, but I don't sell houses. I sell hunting land. If you're looking for a piece of hunting land in southwest Mississippi or anywhere in Mississippi, I can find it for you.
That's what I'm talking about.
Since we started the TV show, you know, we just got done filming season 6. You know, and all my buddies kind of pick on me and call me the Hunting Land Man, and I said, y'all keep doing it, man. I love it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, tell us a little bit about Trained Assassins. I saw something on social media. It looked like y'all had some nice turkey hunting going on.
Yeah, man, we've got, you know, the Trained Assassin crew, I believe if you ask them all, we, of course, love bow hunting, white-tailed deer and elk and mule deer and everything across the country. But all of us, if we had one day left to live on this earth, I believe we'd be chasing longbeards in southwest Mississippi. You know, it's something special. Of course, they're the hardest turkeys to hunt anywhere in the world. And, you know, people say that if you can kill them down here, you can kill them anywhere. But I actually say if you can kill them down here, you can kill a bunch anywhere.
That's awesome. I don't know if you heard of Dr. Clay Johnson right up there in Brookhaven, Mississippi. He's been on our show and updated us. He's down to 5 states, Slade. He is on a mission or on a quest to harvest a turkey in all 49 states across the country. And the reason, of course, it's 49 is because there's no hunting season in Alaska.
That's right. That's right. No turkeys up there. Well, yeah, that's a pretty cool accomplishment. You know, everybody can get a Grand Slam and a World Slam, I guess, you know, if you're fortunate enough to do it. But to say you kill one everywhere, you get definitely a different perspective. But I would venture out to say, if you can kill one anywhere around the Homachita National Forest, you can just kill them anywhere. I believe they can do algebra down here.
Well, let me ask you this. Kind of tell everybody how the Trained Assassins started and maybe who all's involved and how they can find it.
Well, man, first of all, you know, we're on the Sportsman channel. We have 5 air times. We're on 52 weeks a year, so all year. Our main time is Sunday nights at 6 o'clock, but we've got a big announcement coming in a couple of weeks. We're switching to a really good new air time, and it's a new block that's on the Sportsman channel, and we're very blessed to be there, and it's an honor where we're headed with this thing. And the show keeps growing year after year, and we've been very blessed. And you know, it's 4 owners, and 4 hosts. It's me, you know, from Southwest Mississippi, and then Ryan Wascom is from the Greensburg area. Craig Fitz is from Amite, Louisiana, and Blake DeBall is from right across the line, and what we call Felixville, which is right by Clinton, Louisiana, and we all both hunt both states. You know, we every morning. You don't know if we're going Louisiana turkey hunting or Mississippi turkey hunting. And we're all fortunate enough to have jobs. We get to hunt a couple times a week, you know, and you know, we of course want to thank the good Lord for being able to do that, because I know a lot of people just get to hunt, you know, every a couple of days a year and things like that. And fortunately for us, we've been able to go a lot this year, and we've had some good success. You know, if you talk to a lot of people about turkeys so far this year, a lot of people have kind of said, man, they're not gobbling good. And I'll agree to some point. The weather's kind of been a little iffy. Like this morning, The weatherman was wrong. I got up, and it was spitting snow. I mean, spitting rain, and it was foggy. But we didn't hear anything this morning. But my favorite hunting partner who's on this show is Uncle Rusty. And Uncle Rusty, I believe, is 77 now or 76. And I've already got him tagged out in Mississippi. So I think I'm doing my job.
Man, that is so awesome. That is so awesome. And you know, not only what y'all do to promote the outdoors, but you right there, and when that thing goes on that outdoor channel promoting Scenic Rivers region in Southwest Mississippi, that's just cool.
Yeah, man, we probably had our best year ever in this area during deer season. I think we have either 4 or 5 episodes out of 13 this year that are going to be from hunting right here around the house, which if you're trying to hunt open young deer like we all are, really, you know, 4-year-old and older deer with our bows for the most part, you know, that's doing it. We had a blessed season. I killed 2 really good deer in October with my bow up in Adams County, and had a good piece of property actually had for sale up there, and killed a couple good deer on it. And we all killed some great deer. Blake Duvall, who's on our show, he was hunting right across the line in Louisiana over by Clinton, and Blake killed a 172-inch free-range 17.9 typical deer. It'll be, I think, episode 3 or 4 this year, and it's just a really cool story. It's kind of, we call it the deer Traveler, and we take the story of how far he was going 5 miles apart. We were getting pictures of him, and he's just a really cool story, and we can't wait to share it with y'all.
Man, that's so awesome. So give those times again, and also share where they can go either on social media or online to find out more about Trained Assassins.
For trainedassassin.tv, you can actually go back. That's trainedassassin, not .com. It's .tv. You can go back and watch all our seasons and old episodes. So if you need to catch up, or you got the turkey hunting bug and you can't go, maybe you can watch an episode at the office. But also on the Sportsman channel, Sunday nights at 6 is our main airtime, and all our airtimes are located on Facebook at Trained Assassins, Instagram at Trained Assassins, Instagram at and also, you know, you can check us out at Facebook at Trained Assassins.
Slade Priest, I want to thank you again for coming on Listen to the Eagle. Thank you for what you do for the outdoors. Thank you for what you do for the Scenic Rivers region. And also, don't forget to call him. If you need some kind of hunting land, he is the hunting land man.
Well, man, I truly appreciate y'all having me on. And look, Barrett Van Cleave, I know he's coming on the show later. He started off rocking and rolling, but I done caught up with him for the year, so tell him he better hurry up.
Hey, now you're talking about Listen to the Eagles professional hunter and fisherman. Don't tell me you done caught him.
Oh, yeah, well, he started off the season with a bang, and now he done slowed down hunting this one big turkey. It's whipping him hard.
Barrett, is that true?
Yeah, that's exactly right, Slade. He's just savvy. He's old, and he's whipping me just every opportunity I get to go in the woods. He's beating me back.
Oh man!
I believe that turkey. If Barrett ever does kill him, he's gonna be able to write a book about him.
Well, Slade, we're about to go to break. We do have Barrett next segment. Thank you so much for being a part of Listen to the Eagle. That's Slade Priest, Trained Assassins, and the Hunting Land Man. Thank you, Slade.
Well, man, I appreciate it. God bless.
Yes, sir. You want to be a part of the show, 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891. Next segment, we've got Listen to the Eagles professional hunter and fisherman, Barrett Van Cleave. Welcome in. Listen to the Eagle. Bert, your host, coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio. alongside Paul Ott down in the Scenic Rivers region. Thank you for making us a part of your day. We are your live call-in radio show on hunting, fishing, God, family, and country. And as you know, anything Paul Ott wants to talk about, you want to be a part of the show, call us. 1-800-251-5891. That's 1-800-251-5891 or pound 444 if you're C-Spire. Customer inspired like we are. You can always go to the YouTube channel. Search Listen to the Eagle TV. That's Listen to the Eagle TV. See, all of our episodes are archived over the last year. I want to thank Slade Priest for being our guest in the first segment. From the Trained Assassins, hope each and every one of you will follow their show on the Outdoor Channel. They really represent that Southwest Mississippi and Scenic Rivers and a little bit down there in Louisiana. We'll give Louisiana some credit. But listen to the Eagles, professional hunter and fisherman, that I've given the title to Barrett Van Cleave of the Scenic Rivers region. But Barrett, Slade's calling you out. He's saying he's caught you and passed you. What's up with that?
Yeah, I started this turkey season off with a bang. Doubled up with one of my best buddies opening morning. And I mean, at 7:10, it was just one of those things. Doesn't happen like that very often. I actually got so excited I left my shotgun at the house, and that's always the reason we killed the turkeys that we did. Wasn't able to get to where we wanted to be at daylight, and so I had to park at my gate because by the time I turned around, I'd lost about 30 minutes. And just so happened there was 4 gobblers roosted within 100 yards of the truck, and we got in there in between both of them. And, I mean, it was textbook. The ones that didn't come in kind of assisted, I guess, a little bit in bringing the other 2 in a little bit faster, and they came right down the road to us. And, opening morning, 7:10, 7:15, something like that, we're holding 2 pretty 2-year-old birds. And then about 4 days later, I killed a really great bird, probably a 4-year-old bird. In the afternoon, it wasn't a real exciting hunt. Called his hens in, and he came in with another gobbler as well. And but no, yeah, I've been getting whipped here pretty bad lately with this turkey. I call Slade and I tell him, what he did this morning and where I've seen him go and all. And I joked and said, well, man, I'm going to tag out quick after I'd killed those first 2, but I really think it's going to take me till May 1st when the season closes to kill this turkey. So, and I probably wouldn't be hunting him like I'm hunting him if I hadn't killed 2. Usually I get so aggravated with him not gobbling or acting right. I go hunt a turkey that does want to die because this one's just, he's smart. I mean, it's the reason he's as big as he is, too.
Well, so was the picture I saw this weekend over social media, was that one you had taken earlier in the season? Because that was an absolute beautiful bird.
Yes, so that was the second bird I killed, and that was that afternoon hunt. I actually had to throw him in the back of the truck, and me and Slade went and looked at a piece of property that afternoon, and I had taken that picture with my phone set up on my tailgate on video mode, and I watched the video to see if I had a good enough picture, if I was going to have to get Slade to snap one of me, and I couldn't believe that picture turned out like that. But the sun was coming through his tail feathers. I had no idea until I had gotten 30 miles from there that picture was as pretty as it was. But yes, sir, that was the second one that I killed.
That was absolutely beautiful.
I haven't been within 100 yards of one since then. It's been difficult. We've had some bad weather. It looks like Wednesday and Thursday of this week, though, we're going to have some great mornings, and so hopefully maybe I can seal the deal with that big one and get him onto the taxidermist and hang up 2018 turkey season in Mississippi. And Dad and I are going to run up to Kansas in late May. And then we'll be switching gears, getting ready for bow season.
Real quick, I know you did a lot of research. You educated us across the board. Is there anything that has happened over the last 2 to 3 weeks that we need to know about this chronic waste disease?
What I've read, the only new stuff is more negative tests, and that's what we want to keep seeing. I think they're up to 70 now, and they just tested 20 or 30. And I think south of Hattiesburg, which is kind of an area that they really hadn't been testing a lot in. Obviously, the concentration was up there where they found it in Issaquena, but everything's still negative, and that's what we wanted to hear. What a blessing that is, and I don't know that we're out of the woods yet, but it certainly looks like at the moment we're in a lot better position than I think anybody imagined that we would be in after this thing broke. So,
have they lifted the non-feeding or planting over the counties that you said were banned a few weeks ago?
I haven't seen that. I haven't seen it if they have. I think it's still no supplement feed in those counties. But I haven't seen if they have published something and have changed that. I have not been aware of it. I know that we're still good to go down here in Wilkinson County with protein. I've got all my protein out right now, fired up. Most all my bucks. I think every one of them. The last one dropped his horns about a week and a half ago, and I got some that are already getting the big bulbs to start the growing season this year, and they're hitting the protein hard. So this is an exciting time of the year for me. We've been getting plenty of rain, which is great for deer, not great for logging, but double-edged sword there. But we looking good at the moment with the CWD, and what a blessing that is, because it was pretty scary.
No doubt. Visiting with Barrett Van Cleave, listen to the Eagles professional hunter and fisherman. Barrett, as always, we thank you for joining us on Listen to the Eagle and updating everybody. And hopefully we'll get back with you in a couple of more weeks after y'all's big trip to Kansas, get you an update us on that, and then get us all ready on what we need to do to move forward for planting and getting ready for the next big season next fall.
Absolutely. And hopefully I'll have a good story about this old turkey that's been driving me crazy for years and years.
Thanks. See you, Barrett Van Cleave. Y'all don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome in. Listen to the Eagle. Your live call-in radio show, hunting, fishing, God, family, country. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. Bert Caruth, your host, coming to you live from the Reed's Metal Studio. I'd like to invite each and every one of you, if you need a metal roof or you need a metal building for your hunting camp, maybe just for your property, go to reedsmetals.com. But I personally want to ask you to call the Tupelo branch. They're absolutely just wonderful to work with. I've been dealing with them now for over 2 years, ordered about 5 different buildings. Their service, their quality, second to none. Metal roofing, metal buildings, you can't beat Reed's Metals across the great state of Mississippi. Go to reedmetals.com. Alongside my co-host, Paul Ott, the legend down in the Scenic Rivers region. Paul Ott, what a show. We've had Slade Priest on from the Trained Assassins. They've got a big-time show that's on the Outdoor Channel. He's really promoting the Scenic Rivers region in the great state of Mississippi all across the country with their big show being on the Outdoor Channel. Of course, we had Listen to the Eagles professional hunter and fisherman Barrett Van Cleave, who's also right down there from the motherland of hunting in the Scenic Rivers region. Barrett updating us on turkey season as he always does, and we're going to have Barrett back on because he is top-notch, especially when it comes to deer management and supplementing feeding and planting for the fall. And you always want to tune in whenever on the segment that we have Barrett Van Cleave. We talked about it a few weeks ago, and normally we've got a caller call in about the gun shows, David, who does a great job across the state, but we're still dealing with gun control and trying to take our guns away, and we just have got to make a stand that hunting and fishing, we can't do without our guns. It's our Second Amendment. It's our right to bear arms and not only to protect ourselves, but to feed ourselves. And it's not the gun that is the problem, as we've talked about. And Paul, I just wondered if you had any comments on that.
Yeah, it never is a gun. It's the person behind the gun. But thank goodness for the National Rifle Association and people that support the right to own and bear arms and Second Amendment.
I'm going to finish the show. I'm going to close it out, and I do not want you to turn your radios off. I want you to listen word for word because we're going to play Right Arm of America that you and I believe, I forget his name. Who co-wrote that with you, Paulette?
Yeah, well, Fred Foster produced it, and Fred Foster up in Nashville, Tennessee, who done a lot of pretty big things, Vern, but those words in that song really tell it just about like it is. You know, as a parallel to take the guns away from people and from the United States of America. But Teddy Roosevelt said, walk softly, but carry a big stick.
Many times I have stood in defense of this great land. Whenever aggressors rise, you'll find me close at hand. I've been called around the world that all men might be free. I march behind Old Glory. I fight for liberty. And I was there with Washington in Valley Forge's bloody snow. Ragged but determined men, we overcame the foe. I was called the volunteer. This time in New Orleans, we denied the crown. We had no need for earthly kings. When Travis called, I answered. The Alamo was lost, but I returned with Houston, and we showed them who was boss. When brothers from the north and south began their bitter fray, I could not choose a side, so I was blue and I was gray. Then again the challenge came, a challenge deeply felt, and I went down to San Juan Hill with Teddy Roosevelt. Then in 1917, I went over there to face the Kaiser's armies, and I whipped them fair and square. I went again in 42, before all Europe fell, to Hitler's rage and tyranny, in a war they all called hell. And I was there in the Philippines, by the side of General Mack. When the rising sun flew o'er our land, I fought and won it back. I have been on Pork Chop Hill and in the jungles of Vietnam. Wherever I am needed, that is where I am. Then in just 43 days, I calmed the desert storm. I followed the battle plan of General Schwarzkopf to the Kuwaitis' open arms. I'm the right arm of America. I am the Army, Air Force, Navy, and Marines, America's finest daughters and sons. I'm sometimes called the National Guard. I'm how the peace was won. Green Berets, the 24th, Top Gun, the SEALs, paratroopers, and the Flying Tigers, too. Many are the uniforms I've worn, and these are just a few. On the battlefield and at home, I'm your security. Tunes of peace from freedom's forge. I'm what keeps you free. Now there are those who say I'm evil. They condemn me and they damn. But they are free to say the things they say because of who I am. Across this hallowed land of freedom, where Old Glory flies so free, I am the brave men and women of America's armed forces in pursuit of liberty. I'm the right